Ever notice how some people seem to speak a different language depending on where they are? Like at home, they're chatting in one dialect, but the moment they step into a formal setting, it's a whole different story? Well, that's not just a quirk, it's a fascinating linguistic phenomenon called diglossia. And today, we're diving into why this happens and what it says about our societies and cultures. All right, let's break this down. Diglossia is when a language community uses two varieties of the same language, but in completely different situations. Let's call them the high and low varieties. The high variety is used in formal, often written contexts. Think news reports, education, religious texts. It's the one with all the prestige. But when people are just hanging out at home or chatting with friends, they switch to the low variety, the everyday speech. For example, in the Arab world, classical Arabic is the high variety, while the different regional dialects are the low varieties. Same language, different vibes. So why does diglossia even exist? It often comes from history, like when a society needs a standard language for official purposes. Think religion, education, or governance. Over time, this creates a gap between the language of authority and the language of the people. But diglossia isn't just about history. It's also about identity. In many communities, the low variety is tied to cultural roots and personal identity, while the high variety is linked to power and prestige. So tell me, what language do you speak at home? And how does it change when you're in a formal setting? See, this switching between varieties is not just a linguistic trick. It's part of how we navigate different worlds. Diglossia has some pretty interesting impacts, especially in education. Imagine learning to read and write in a language variety that you never actually speak at home. That's the reality for many students in diglossic societies. This can create challenges, but it also shapes a unique linguistic identity. Some experts even argue that it can affect social mobility. If you can master the high variety, you might just open doors to more opportunities. Diglossia often reflects deeper social structures. The high variety is associated with power, education, and authority, while the low variety is seen as more authentic but less prestigious. So, speaking the high variety can give someone an edge, but it might also distance them from their cultural roots. Diglossia is all around us. It's a window into how language shapes our world and how we, in turn, shape language. So next time you switch between languages or dialects, remember, you're not just communicating, you're navigating different social worlds. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you speak differently at home and work? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this talk interesting, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Academic Ease for more linguistic insights. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode.